What it do, y'all? What it do? What's it? What's up? What's up? What's up? So let's get into it. Let's get into it. We're gonna get straight into it. The moon is in Gemini, so I was very determined to jump on today and speak and talk, express myself, and that kind of had me in a rush. I was in a rush all day for nothing. That's something. Anyway, y'all get out my Gemini flunk energies. But let's pull up some cards real quick. Damn, why I'm look upside down? Wait a minute. Let's pull up some cards real quick. See what the energy's talking about. And I might pull some tarot. I know that so yeah, I might pull some tarot. I got my multiple screen going on right now. I ain't even on my phone to do that shit. I ain't know I can go on live and be in other apps simultaneously. So, you know, that's some Gemini energy. Like to do shit. Like to be multitask. Sometimes you work backwards like that though. Multitasking leads room for mistakes to happen. Okay, that's enough shuffling. I'm tripping. We got Jupiter. Oh, what was I supposed to do first? That's right. We're gonna do this. We already started. Got Jupiter. Because I'm gonna pull some tarot too. But I'm just trying to see what the energies is like. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Ooh. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. And I think Gemini is in Jupiter right now. These fell out. Stupid as hell. Conjunction energy and Saturn energy. And the way it fell out, act like they don't want to cooperate with one another, but it's forced to, you know, conjoin. Not to say that these are the actual energies in the sky. This is just be able to pull energy so I can speak on them, because whatever I'm pulling is relevant. So we're gonna jump into the tarot, y'all. Yes, y'all know your girl don't really do tarot for unknown reasons, really. We're gonna leave that right there. For unknown reasons, but not to say that I don't, because I fuck with tarot, as you can see, since I'm finna pull some. So we're gonna see how I go though, so I can make my full determination on is tarot a thing for me to be doing. Anyway, get out of my business. So this deck is called Tarot of the Divine. And anyway, it ain't about tarot shit. I'll pull scriptures out of the Bible just for meanings and reasonings. It's just that tarot it's like close to my heart, since these are the tools that were used for my certain things. Anyway, get out my business. That's why I'm fucking with it, because I love tarot at the same time. 5 of Wands, again, that's frustration. How it fell out, things having to conjoin and not wanting to, things having to be put together that never was together before, and it's like, bitch, this shit don't even go together. Oh yes, it does now. It go together now. Or maybe being forced to be in situations that you may not necessarily want to be in. So, and then hold on, what we had then? We had Jupiter, Saturn, the Chariot. This is leaving, you know, moving on. I low-key felt running away. Let's not get personal. Anyway, this is for the collective spirit. This is for the collective. Too many cards, y'all. Hold on. See, they won't fuck with tarot, because my mind uses it a certain way. I don't know. Let me not talk about that, because I don't even know why. I don't know. Let me keep that to myself. What's up, Darren? That's a new reading. Cards in the cards. That's a new reading. Cards in the car. What? What are you trying to say? Could you never mind, you ain't got to explain yourself. I don't really care. Let's just pull this one. Seven of coins. See, okay, so what does seven of coins, what does seven of coins do? See, that's another reason why I don't necessarily be reading, because I'm be remembering what the fuck these hoes be, what these cards be representing sometimes, since I don't you know. Seven of coins represents, we do see these are again two budding energies, not wanting to well, I ain't gonna say not wanting to, but they're face to face at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Seven representing so I know it's a masculine energy, and it's like internalizing the external or vice versa, and having to make it stand on something with the fire. And it's hard to make something that's on fire stand up strong. Anyway, so the seven of coins represents the desire for a good harvest, though it might require sacrifice. Whoever that is in the card must determine when it is right to be patient and when it is better to scrap everything and start fresh. That's that Gemini energy. See, all these cards is kind of reflecting the Gemini energetic situation going on with having to be aware of the external and having to, you know, having to communicate and having to relate to the external for the first time, you know, that type shit. So, and then we got the Saturn energy being boundaries and restrictions. These things used to be things that you didn't have to be familiar with, but now Jupiter all of a sudden he come along, and now we're having to expand on certain things, and a lot of these things are brand new. A lot of new ideals, philosophies, things that you are being becoming aware of just randomly, but they are very important to the soul and spirit. You're like, what the fuck? How I never knew this shit before, and that in itself exposing you to a whole lot of other things going on internally that you're needing to sort out, because you probably already have starting points anyway to even, you know, you probably already have certain starting points, so it's not catching you completely off guard, but some things are having to, the processes of them is catching you off guard. You feel me? So we're gonna pull some empathic cards. Empathic cards. Now I don't think I fully set an intention. My intention is to explain the energies and help myself and others understand what's going on, and just to externalize certain ideas that could be in other people's internals and can be expressed from me, so that things can make full circles internally and find solutions for themselves, or awarenesses and revelations. That's my intention. I should have said that in the beginning, but it's all good. 6 is the sacral chakra. That's your individuality again, and the solar plexus is your individuality. The sacral is like your that's the Libra energy, which Libra is in the retrograde right now. I mean, not retrograde. Libra is in the south node and shit. I think my Mercury is in retrograde in real life, so y'all, you know, bear with me. Anyway, sacral chakra being that mid area of right before you get to Scorpio. 6 being the equilibrium, or the medium, or the finding the balance thereof. Let's pull some more real quick so I can, because I prefer about 3 cards. I do prefer around 3 cards. We're just going, okay, we got 9 air, so there's a lot of air energy going on at the moment. Communication, talking, being aware mentally, being focused on things, knowing what to be focused on, because you have a clear concentration and understanding of what you got going on. 43 is entanglement, but sometimes the wires get crossed and shit, and you may have a lot of focus on things that are not necessarily should be the focus. And that's another thing, having to realize 10, 15, 20 years later that what you have been doing mentally, or the way you've been approaching these things mentally, especially mentally, and the outcomes that happen based on the intention and the space that you came from while working on these lifetime goals, you coming to realize that those things were kind of like not part of like your path. It's fucked up, but guess what? That's okay. At some point the soul has to wake up and remember. So hey, you just so happen to be experiencing that portion of the timeline at the moment, and it's all good. What is I'm looking for? I'm looking for, oh, the book. Yeah. And entanglement being 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 again, kind of delusional. We know Neptune is in retrograde, I think. Some shit. Well, I know. And 7, even though I'm not quite sure on the 7 energy at the moment, it feels like Pisces, delusion, Neptunian, not knowing whether you're here, there, or every fucking where, and having the all possibility space, but not really understanding that that's what's going on in the damn moment. But we're gonna start from the beginning with what it was, sacral chakra, 6 card. And it's, as an empath, the need to process emotions become paramount to having a healthy, healthy life. During the ups and downs we feel in our second chakra, emotional discernment can become clouded. Is it me? Is it them? This is that Libra energy, trying to find balance and being the judge. But this is on an internal space so that you can be judging these things by default wisely on the external too, and things can be judging to you. Life can judge you fairly, and life can play out fairly based on you being fair inside. It appears that our day-to-day decisions are controlled by feelings that seem endless. Ooh, what you say? Because of this energetic sensitivity for some, the search for a good emotional experience over bad can start a path of addiction. The need to replace uncomfortability with a different physical experience sadly makes many an empath reach for outside substances. For others, in a desire to numb, an energetic shutdown can occur where nothing is felt at all. So you shut off your emotions. You kind of calcify your sacral chakra by doing these things. So that's why it's important for whatever the push and pull is, you go ahead on and go where it is different at. Because you've been doing one thing or whatever you've been doing for so long, obviously that doesn't work. Something has to change. So you can eliminate the push and pull confusion, trying to figure out the decision to make, just by knowing, well, I do need to change this. I need to change what I've been doing, and it ain't to say deny whatever energy that you have been clinging onto completely, because that may be a part of your footsteps in the sand, being a part of the path that you're supposed to be on. But it's like choosing what you need to choose, and how the decisions that you have made, like analyzing the previous decisions that you've made, and how those things have snowballed or made consequences in your life, and recognizing those same patterns today, however they may play out, no matter who they may play out in or what circumstances that are around the play out, you still have to make changes. And that's the part the motherfuckers don't want to necessarily do. And that's the reason why you end up with an avalanche full of responsibilities or misplaced efforts and actions, and causing confusion, because you've let that shit go for so long. At this point, it's, at some point, it's time to change. And because also the things that need to be known from people, they can't say they don't know them no more. Or maybe I'm self-reflecting, maybe that's how I feel, but I do know the answers are available and they're all around you. And I think people know that. Now, whether they want to expose themselves to that, that's another thing. And that's the part that make them shy away from their truth unknowingly. But it's really a knowing thing. Your spirit knows what you're doing. That's why it creates certain situations for you that you feel like are tower falls or fucked up. But it's because you know what the fuck you doing is kind of flawed. And at this point, we can all probably see a lot of our flaws and have took the actions to change them. And it's just the process of going through the change and finding the equilibrium. Because I know other people are a lot of times other people in your environment are affected by these changes, and every cause has an effect, which is going to affect you, and you're going to have to adjust the way you are affected and how you react. And that's the that's the balance, the push and pull. That's the mechanism that if it's tweaked a little bit tighter, you'll begin to see how, okay, at least I know that I'm doing the right thing. The more you do it, you got to do whatever you're doing, even internal things, invisible things, the unseen mechanisms. When you're doing certain shit, you got to be consistent with them no matter what. Even though things may make you fall or whatever. I can't say no matter what, because but at the same time, you still have to know that you got to be in a certain space, so that no matter what will be something that's just is what it is. Okay, so then next was air. Number 9, which is finality. Did I say that right? That's right before you get to the new beginning and the rebirth. I mean, the death and the rebirth. Well, I don't want to even say that. That's anyway. 10 is the new beginnings and the endings. So that's right before that. Hold up, what? Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, I never did read. Hold on, let me. Also with sacral, the color for it is orange. Does, and as a side note, I didn't even finish reading it. Does the good or bad emotional barometer control my day? So there ain't no such thing as good or bad. So even when you're going through something negative or what you may think is negative, realize the way you use it and come out through it and work through it can transmute it into being something positive, even if it's on a whole different platform that it plays out on. Don't matter. At least you did what you transmuted that shit. Let that type shit avalanche and pile up on you and see what happens. It'll be a whole lot better, you know. Air. How the winds blow, so do the emotions of time as they catch a ride on the currency of communication. Okay. The element of air is known as the beginning. Okay. I guess because of the Bible, from a biblical perspective, in the beginning, God spoke. That's what they say was the beginning. Because in my perspective, hey, let me just read it. Because as far as astrology goes and how we understand it in the cycles of fire, water, air, and earth is the you know the cycle of it. But we also know there's no such thing as beginning and ends. Yes, Jackie, it's time for a change. Yes, what's up, Shine in Darkness? Y'all go check out Shine page. She does artwork, all kind of shit. Shine in Darkness. So with the first breath, we are given permission to be here. Okay, I guess they saying that from, I guess so, because what, air would be the first physical element, so, or the first masculine left brain, you know. You are a dynamic, energetic being, experiencing and communicating your interpretations of it out into the world. Some come from a place of honoring and some from a place of control. I guess when you communicate, you can be in an honorable position, or you can be in a controlled demonic position of what you're like. The tongue is a, you know, sword. Just as words can be experienced as joyful or hurtful, so can energy. Oftentimes, and I'm running out of water, mad. Oftentimes on this path, you will experience words, energy, and communications that you not only internalize but misinterpret. And then you fuck around and misinterpret and internalize what you've misinterpreted. That makes you accumulate, and that's how come people are where they are now, as far as why when they look back and realize that they've been doing things wrong and they have to stop in their tracks, and it's like, bitch, how the fuck I'm gonna finish this? I can't redo this in a day or two. It took me 40 years to do it. So it might take them a whole lifetime. So it's like, but it don't matter, because remember, life is neither here nor there like that. Like we're experiencing life, so it's like not easy to say that life is you know, quick, but it is fast. You have lived eons worth of lifetimes if you've already identified as a human on Earth at this point. You've already lived a lot of lifetimes, so you should be living for lifetime to lifetime. That will be like a core direction that will by default guide your soul, your spirit, and your body in certain arenas and spaces that have you in better spaces when you find yourself 30 years doing whatever you were doing by default, and looking back, you won't have to look back and see such destruction if you realize that life is not life. Well, I don't know how people want to look at it, but how I look at it, the things about life are a lot more important than just the things that we experience from day to day, even from month to month, year to year, decade to decade. It really goes from lifetime to lifetime, and it goes further than that. But as far as being a human in a human vessel, for the most part, I'm just going to simplify it down to lifetime for now, because it goes further than that. But people haven't even went as far as their day-to-day, as far as what they are creating and what the overall point is. And we're in a different age, in a different season, in a different, like, some different shit right now, as far as everyone that is experiencing life at the moment. So these things have to be shifted and changed though. And anyway, that's enough air communication talking too much. Let me read. Just as words can be experienced as joyful or hurtful, so can energy. Oftentimes on this path, you will experience words, energy, and communication that you do not, okay, I read that. A word may mean one thing to someone and it's communicated and something totally different to another. And being on the internet, texting and reading shit, you can really get shit fucked up like that. Because the way I express it through my vocal cords with my physical expression, I can say whatever I want to say and you still may be able to internalize the truth of where I'm coming from vibrationally. Versus if you're having to read something and or listen to a robotic individual, or watch somebody read a teleprompter, what they say can be misinterpreted. And some people, like the shadows, can use that little thing right there for their benefit. So it's good to be kind of wise and especially when you're communicating and communicate from a soul, a heart space, like a true space. We're in season of Cancer right now, so it's important for you to communicate whatever, even if it's just a word. If it's important enough, you let that word hold some weight based on the vibration that you expressed it out of. But anyway, at least that's for right now. Here begins the confusion of communication. An empath has the ability to feel and an opportunity to regain the sacredness of communication. Okay, what that mean? By letting the energy of airflow unimpeded, walls can crumble from a strong wind. Yeah, the empathic is in a heart space. You know what I'm saying? We're more internal. And can't go too far and let the wires get too tangled, whether logically or emotionally, because you still will end up having to be in a straitjacket one way or the other. So balance is key. That's why it started off about balance, and we were talking about the sacral chakra, Libra energy. But the trees teach us to bend and allow the currency of communication to flow around you. Are you creating walls to communicate? Are you judging or labeling the situation and not honoring your own and others' words? Okay. Now, I don't got much more to say about that one. Entanglement. So keep all of that in mind as I express entanglement, because entanglement is like that third energy that's going to be an expression. That's going to be like a combination of the two that we just explained. And the product and the outcome. So it's number 43. So keep what I just said in mind. Okay. All right. As I engage my energies, and I should show y'all the card, my bad. Especially to Shine, she loves art. And that's important because this is more of an internal thing. So you got to imagine what these things mean. And the pictures and paint and colors and textures can help you discern, if you couldn't read, what the hell the message was for you. Because I can go in on that, but I'm not. So I'm just going to read it because as I engage my energies with others, I also engage with their past cords of energy of unhealed relationships. So you see how these overlappings, you see how these overlappings are affecting what you can tell was original. Like this circle originally was a darker color or something, probably even without all of those spots. And then you have all these layerings on top of layerings, which we can do these things in a beautiful way. That's how we created life. That's how we ended up being humans. That's in the 3D world, based on all of these layerings that we accumulated from the spirit. So, but at some point, if things get lost and too tangled up, we'll be creating negative shit, viruses and funguses and shit, instead of beautiful trees that help us breathe. We'll be creating things that cause us to suffer in those areas. So let me read it out. And that goes in all different factions of life, not just what I was talking about. That's relationships. That's your mental state. That's your actual physical, what you are able to produce physically in this world. down to your survival, down to your shelter, down to what you eat. Like that shit, like that's how life is. And we've created these layerings, and now we have, some people are having really the collective, because we all came here together. Teamwork makes the, well, let me not entangle too far too deep, because guess what, I create what I want. So I'm not necessarily, look, just let me just leave it right there and read from the book. Because I'm not trying to entangle too far, and that's the thing, we have to separate too. And that's the part that people are not trying to do. And I'm separate from that. So that's why I didn't want to entangle too much, based on my boundaries and restrictions, my Saturn energy that we pulled out earlier. So, but when we connect with others in relationships, be it for love, business, or friendship, more is involved than the energy of the present moment. We soon learn quickly that we become ensnared in all of their unfinished businesses, emotional hurts, and all the cores of their past that they have not released in their own self-worth. And a lot of times we attract these individuals based off of the sameness in us. And if we are healing, we can still attract super demons when it comes to those unhealed spaces, based off of the resistance that is being created if you are actually trying to heal. So that's the reason why people get spirit, they get isolated and shit. And that isolation period shouldn't last forever though. It's just for you to get your energies in order, so that you won't be an extra virus in the world, or susceptible to viruses, because you're in a vulnerable space or position, because you are healing. And people don't want to go through that. And so that's the reason why we started off with that energy. And I understand I can understand, but at the same time, you have to be responsible for what you have created, because you see that as below, being in the physical. You have to be responsible for the food you eat, and the rent get paid, and the lights and water. So spiritually too, no matter what it, you know what I'm saying? That's a blend that we have to create, so these things can go and flow together harmoniously. I'm talking about the physical and the spirit, so that we can know what we're doing when we're entangling and layering these things together. Fake accountability, right? Not actually wanting to be accountable, and they choose to be blind so that they won't have to be accountable. They choose to not see and use that as an excuse. But one of the first things that I learned, before I even learned universal laws, the preacher told me ignorance is bliss. That's what the law said. That's what they said in school. So that goes for the spirit too. And we be tangling and layering shit that don't supposed to go together, because we're blind. Well, not we, people be, you know, I get it, because I've experienced it too, and still do to smaller degrees than before. We soon learn quickly that we become ensnarled. I read that part. It is hard enough to navigate energetically your own energy in relationships. Add in all their past baggage, and soon the emotional path forward seems so much more of a challenge. Right. Some things you don't have to put on yourself as responsibilities. Now, some things you do, because you have already created them, and now they're just yours. But if you can see things before they happen, you can see unwarranted responsibilities trying to creep in, and it really don't have nothing to do with you. You better put up your Saturn boundaries. And no matter what, even if you can't explain the reason why, but you internally know, don't matter. Get the fuck on away from me, until you figure out how to express these things and find yourself around individuals that you can cohabitate with more. But do what you got to do with equilibrium. So to have these things come around and make mistakes and fall, that's a part of it too. So don't beat yourself up either. Damn it, that was an unnecessary notification. I need to fix that. I don't give a damn about a CapCut update. This a fucking fly, bitch. I should have been turned the windows down. It feels good. Air. Damn, I don't even like that. The air conditioner like that, but it was hot as hell just through raining. Hold on, y'all, because I'm going to pull, I'm just trying to get some things in order before I continue. Hold on. Give me a minute. Where the hell these go? Okay, here they go. They go right here. Because these cards, if they slip and slide, I don't want to lose none of them. For one. Especially not in the car. I'm going to leave the astrology out just in case I pull something. All right, now. Clarifying life situations real quick. Boundaries. Thank you for the message. Yes, boundaries. Even with your self boundaries. Even with your self boundary. See, I see why I turned the arrow on. It's finna get hot already. Ooh, I just had to stop and show that one. That was pretty. And is it? I want to show it like this, but this is in the reverse. That's the upright, but for some reason, I don't know. So, but it came out in the upright though. And I guess that's that balancing act, knowing how to balance both worlds that you have created and have to experience and are responsible for. Going forward, don't dwell on the past, but focus on creating a brighter future. That's in the upright, right? Okay. So look at that in the upright with all the rainbow clouds and shit. Now in the reverse, you have rainbows available. You got a whole lot more shit. All that's entanglement. You see how these things are distorted and shit, but that is going in like some direction actually, even though that's beautiful too, because it's beauty in the pain, it's beauty in the struggle. But at the same time though, at some point we want to get control of this so we can experience something different. Now that we have this experience of the beauty of the struggle and the things that you've had to endured, you have some focus and some direction, and you can concentrate these things on things in the world that they can actually be of use for. All that experience that you've experienced, you can use that shit now. But if you're still in the middle of the chaos and haven't organized and got some type of order, like I was putting my cards in order and shit, you won't be able to go straight forward without any distractions and shit. And sometimes we created these things before we knew better, and they just have lingered with us and have no choice but to. But that don't matter too. That's part of it, because you live in a world. And that's how the world is. I mean, I ain't gonna say that's how the world is, but that's how the world has been so far as to what we have created. So whatever. But it don't have to be like that. You can get some direction and focus, and soon, before you know it, a lot of these things will be things that work for you, things that have you. I should hold it up like that. Things that have all of those things combined. Now, if you look at it, look at both of them. That's beautiful art. That's pretty. And the beauty that you had to go through the struggle, you still found even more beauty out of that. And was able to shine direction, a direct light, a direct path for others to be able to be aware of too, based on where you came from and how they resonate with that path. And so on and so fucking forth. But I wasn't even trying to pull that one. Oh, and the opposite, manifest the new. Embrace change and envision your desires, allowing the universe to align with your intentions. Look at that. They even got wires on this bitch. Y'all see that? I mean, it ain't really wires. It's like light rings or light strings, but with the entanglement, the lines being crossed, we can see that shit even in the painting. Shit fire. That's beautiful. I think my Libran sister helped to add on to that message with her energy. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got the, it's a spiritual thing. You got the, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So, I'm talking about shining darkness. She's a Libra. Okay, that was upside down. We're gonna leave that like that. All right, let's see. And I ain't gonna be here too much longer. Okay. This one came out so easy and smooth. That bitch just said, don't forget me. And it's the vortex of change. So when you do these changes based off of the space that you're in and the intention behind the reasoning as to why you're doing these changes, they're gonna be so easy. And you're going to be like, man, I should have been did that shit. And I don't know what type of changes they are. Let me read it. Engage with the vortex of change where energy swirl in transformative dances, molding anew. That's probably why they're going to flow so easily, because as you're changing, you're creating newness too and more things to support the change and whatnot and whatever. And in the reverse, though, if you don't go with the change, it probably will be how the energy will flow. Adapt to transformation. Embrace change with open arms, for it is the catalyst of your evolution and growth. Obviously, it will be the opposite. You'll still be having to figure out that, oh, I need to change. You'll stay in that space. Oh my God, I need to change. Why do I need to change? Bitch, just change whatever the fuck you know that you need to change right now in the moment. Do that. And make sure that you don't forget to do that shit tomorrow or the next hour or some shit. That's all you got to do. And that's how come I say it's simple. It'll flow so easily, because these are things that needed to, I always see it, and I don't know the word for it, cog and chain. I don't even know that's the right sentiment for that. Well, I know it's the right sentiment, but I don't know if that's the right phrase. The cog and chain, I always be trying to get that word out, but I don't be knowing if that's the right thing. But it's like a chain trying to, like a, bicycle chain gets stuck or something. And once it's untangled, you can go on about your fucking business. Your soul can go on about its fucking mission type shit. Without all the and all the stragglons and all the excess shit that you had to, after you take a bath, you're not remembering how dirty you were prior. Well, I mean, if you stay dirty a lot, maybe you will have those type of mental, but you're not thinking about stuff after it's gone. Like when you dump the trash out, are you trying to remember everything that you throw it away unless you lost something? Unless you're having to look back like the lady that turned into a pillar of salt in the Bible. I don't know how this came out. I don't know, it don't matter, but it's in reverse at the moment. Ignite your soul. So this is saying you're needing to ignite your soul. Embrace the mysteries of life. The mysteries would be the changes and how that would change everything, and you being kind of worried about how that process goes. That's the mystery. I ain't gonna say everybody worried about it. Some people are excited about it, actually. Some people can't wait to see because it's exciting. Not, you know what I mean? But some people, being that this was in the reverse, I'm gonna say it don't matter. Even if it is in the reverse, you still could be excited about the changes that you can create and can experience. Embrace the mysteries of life. Stay open-minded and embrace the wisdom that unfolds from every experience. And in the upright will be rising flames. Let your passions guide you to the fulfilling purpose meant for you. And it's like a rising star or something that's after you go through the death, the rebirth is you rising like a phoenix, and most of us have already rose like a phoenix, and it's like there's even more rising that takes place. Now let's do number 3, the third card. I think I only pulled 2. So I guess the energies for today is to stay on path and I'm gonna pull a price card, and don't allow anything to throw you too far off, because that needs to be a part of the routine of your life and your day. The things that you came here to, or just your whatever it is that your soul enjoys to do, those things are supposed to be what supports you, and you making space for that. Don't forget it. Fresh ideas, worthy goal. Fresh ideas. So the way it fell out, I said in my mind and spirit, I was like, both of them. It's both of them. Fresh ideas. Stay open-minded, inviting new perspectives to enrich your journey and spark creative solutions. That's the reverse. In the upright, your worthy goal. Get out and be inspired to keep working towards your life's purpose. So these both things are what you're supposed to be doing at the moment. Coming up with fresh ideas and expanding on those, and that's that Gemini energy, and be seeming like, damn, it's so much that I want to do, what to do first type shit. And that's you having the wires tangled, having your priorities kind of maybe even on small percentage levels in the wrong spaces, and then that creating room for disillusionment or confusion as to what's important in the moment, or even scenarios that can come in and interrupt what the fuck you got going on based on your internal wires being crossed and shit. But you still have to juggle the two. Eventually you'll see your way out of it, but in the moment you got to juggle the two. And with the other part that you have to juggle is the goals that you have created, or the accomplishments that you have created. Like, we're in the waning part of the moon, I think. So that's you protecting what you have created. So you have to do both of those things, because you already have achieved things, and because one thing that you can achieve that's not even something tangible is just having an idea or knowing as to who you are and what you are supposed to do. So that to me is a worthy goal that you have achieved and have to protect and maintain, and that's worthy goal. And it bounces back and forth between the two of ideas, and you further creating your character and what you are establishing in the world. That is going to go back and forth between the two. That Libra energy again, or Gemini energy, because it is Gemini moon. Air quality. This one came out too. We already had this one before, but this is the Medal of Moments, and it's in the upright. I think it came out in the upright, and of course that's just you appreciating the moment, and even in the midst of whatever shit that be happening in the moment, you still holding on to a source of a sense of peace based on the peace that you created internally. The knowings that you have are peace. And the more knowings that you continue to carve out is going to allow you more peace. And what I mean by the knowings that you continue to carve out is like your moral systems or your understandings of yourselves, the boundaries you've created. Those are like knowings to me, internal knowings first, and then the knowings of the world and of life and how you fit yourself in. Those are also knowings too. And you having that internally and externally is the safe space that you can always take refuge in when it's time for you to lose your fucking mind in the middle of whatever the fuck, maybe let me not self-project, but whatever it is that you may have to experience that is chaotic and confusing and maybe even disrespectful in nature sometimes. You can always grab a hold of your internal self and move off of that. Because not to say be docile on these things, because it ain't what you do, but it's how you do it. Not to say be docile by far. That's not what the fuck I'm saying. I'm saying you be able to respond and react to these stimuli in a more responsible, wise space based on the stillness and peace that you have created as your safe space within or without. Could be a space you actually go to, whatever. But you already got that. I ain't even gonna read the reverse on that note, bitch. Get your ass out. I just had to read it. Happiness is simple, but you already know that. You already know that. And that's we have a lot of random trolls in the chat today, which I haven't looked at my numbers, so I don't know. Okay, I think I'm finished. Oh yeah, prayer card. The fuck they got going on? I don't even see nobody. There must be somebody in the backyard. Anyway, I don't care. Okay, today's prayer Dollar Tree message. I'm glad I was able to jump on today because I was trying to jump on yesterday, and as soon as I hit the live button, I had to end it. I'm talking about as soon as I hit it. Okay, this one seemed like it want to come out. But I trust in your unfailing love. Who's unfailing love? Who? I guess your unfailing love for yourself. And you trust yourself. The only way you're going to be able to trust anybody's anything is if you trust them first. People be saying love is the strongest emotion. It ain't no such thing as something being over the other. It's about the way you distribute it or how you want it distributed to you. But anyway, or how you want internal, whatever space you in the moment, make those things fit and know that there is no significance here or there or over there or that. But what's in the moment, there may be things that's more important, and that's what you point out. Anyway, my heart rejoices in your salvation. What is salvation? The knowing, to me. You rejoice in having the understanding of certain things that had you lost prior. You rejoice in knowing that. That in itself is the happiness that is so simple. That you don't need all kind of extra ass shit that ain't gonna do nothing but cause more unnecessary ass responsibilities and misplaced areas of your life. You can have a concrete, sturdy fulfillment or just a safe space. You can be a safe space to yourself, which creates you as a safe space to others. And the others, those are people who are also going to be safe spaces to you because they have also created their safe space too. But other than that, that's as far as your safe space needs to go. Unless it's on like a collective Aquarius type shit where you're expressing that for all, and you know what I'm saying? You're kind of disconnected, so you won't be affected by the closeness of people's spaces not being safe. Okay, last one, y'all. I sought the Lord. Who is the Lord? Me. I mean, that's my space, my house that I'm in. I looked around my area. I was an esoteric detective to figure out what was in that corner over there that I thought was a ghost, and that bitch wasn't nothing. And that's how you seek the Lord. You seek you. And and if you're seeking something, know that means you have lost something and you're trying to find it. So you're lost in nature. But it's all good because in order to find yourself, you do have to lose yourself. So, and you answered yourself because it says, and he answered me. Who is that? You answered yourself. He delivered me from all of my fears. you just shed light on what the fuck was going on with you, and that exposed life and how you are, the things that were misplaced for you, and it, hold on, it answered all your fears. Now I quickly put the damn card back. So anyways, yes, happy to return to self. Right, you always got yourself, and don't get bored in that either, because you could be in a space where you don't have yourself and you got it, or you can remember when you didn't, you know. And what else I want to say about that though, because it seems like it's more that I want to hit a different topic. Okay, let me pull a Uno card. Pull a Uno card, because we make whatever we want out of whatever we got over here. All right, so what kind of what's the color of the energy signature, and what's the yeah, because depending on the picture that's on the card is going to help me understand the trait that of the message that I'm trying to portray, or that the cards are. Okay, so we got a purple, royalty, the rubies in the middle, which is blue, red, yellow, and green. Blue is the mental, red is the root, yellow is the sacral, green is the heart. And so this pretty much all of the goddamn colors. Roy G. Bill, yeah, pretty much. So your chakra system is lit, or it will be lit, or the shit, you're doing the right thing. That's like the Joker card of Uno or some shit. This is an old goddamn rinky-dink ass Dollar Tree ass deck of cards. So this is not even a traditional deck of cards. So let me not say rinky-dink. Ain't nothing rinky-dink about what the fuck I got going on. So anyway, what about these cards though? Yes, royalty. So by you having a full understanding, that's that safe space again. And you see the circle, and it's like, yeah, it's like, don't take it for granted, and don't belittle, you know, the light that you have and what you have to offer, because the world needs it. And that's what helps make up the world. So that's why it's important. Okay, then we got, I had her before. I think the last time I pulled this deck, we had got the 4 lady, which I remember green being stability, earth, features or whatnot. The 4 being, I always see 4 as a chair, and stability, and also taking what you have from the 3D, your awarenesses, and creating something out of with the thoughts that you have, and the knowings that you have, being able to build off of that. That's 4 energy to me. Heart chakra, right? Which that takes me to the internal of the woman that's sitting in the middle of it. So that's again you balancing the feminine and the masculine, and she's in her rightful place in the center of the womb, the circle, you know what I mean? And we had the crown. Is the crown on all these cards? No, it's not. There's not crowns on all these cards. But y'all, I had slapped my finger in the door. Don't, yeah. But anyway, there's not crowns on all of these cards. So that is royalty again. That's like earth royalty, empress energy. I named my daughter Empress, and the color I always see when I see her is green. And that's like prosperity, wealth to me, along with purple. But purple is more of a 7 type energy, something that's etheric, abundance. Green is more earthly abundance, and not getting lost in the earthly abundance, but having a balance of these 2 things so that you can experience them as they are supposed to be experienced, and be able to distribute and provide other people with things that are healthy for them, as even if it's just as an example, or the things that you actually literally do for other people. It's like being able to do those things in balance, and sowing seeds on good harvest so that you can maintain your harvest, what you have created, because it's a cycle. It's a, you know, back and forth type shit. Damn, I kind of like the Uno cards. We might start off with the Uno cards next time. Hold on. I know I ain't pulled no goddamn her again. So we pull that again. Your cup is overflowing. It's running over. Sometimes your cup can overflow and you don't even know. You know, have you ever left your bathroom tub water on, and then you come back and now you got to clean up because there's water every fucking where? So it's like your gifts, and your if you neglect them and abandon them, they'll, you know, like milk on the floor, sugar on the floor. You can't do nothing with it now. You've wasted it, or you've let somebody else drain it. 5 energy. What this is? Blue. thoughts, which is changing your thoughts so that you can have some joy within. Also 5 being Leo energy to me too. Having that joy, having that creativity. Again, he got the crown on his head. Even if that's a thing with this deck, the fact that I put, yeah, it is a thing because it's the Bird King crown deck. But it don't matter, bitch, because guess what? I pulled it for some reason. Evidently, that goes with the message. The fuck? And having that joy with the chaos, organized chaos type shit. Because we just had the 4 energy, 444. Oh, I thought it was 444 on the clock. We just had that 4 energy of stability, but now we can take that stability and start scrambling it up again and distributing in an even more multiplistic, like a multiple way again with that 5 energy, creating something anew again, having fun. And that's how you can create your, like, you got all the joy and abundance within. It's just like organize some shit so that those things can be distributed externally in a way that is fun and maintains your path too. 7 energy, yellow, sacral solar plexus / sacral energy because it's yellow and orange. He in the damn, why he had to be upside down though? Damn. And it's 7, which is Libra energy. Fuck! Who is this nigga? Damn, who is this nigga? That's another reason why I don't read tarot, because I don't be wanting to get into people's business like that. That's the reason why I don't read tarot. Now, thank you, Spirit. I've been trying to really figure that out. That's one reason why, because I don't be wanting to get in everybody's business. So, anyways, we're gonna move right along. That could just be your thoughts, though. Not being in alignment with your individuality and shit. And what the 7 possibilities, because I know 8 is to me more all possibilities, but 7 is like right there on the cliff of all possibilities, so to speak. And I can't, and you know what I'm saying? And it's like this being in a reverse, that's why people be scared to jump sometimes, because you don't know that you might jump off the cliff and break your fucking neck soon as the wind might hit your ass wrong and you break your neck before you can get a chance to fall off the cliff fully. And that's how he falling for real. With his thoughts, the thoughts got to get into alignment. So maybe we just shift on to some other type energy or something. We got the heart in the middle and shit. Why he had to do that? Why his stupid ass had to do that shit? Okay, I'm finna put all of them back in here. I kind of like these Uno cards. So it's a distraction, but it's okay because a lot of distractions start mentally. Look at this nigga again. Baby, we not doing it. We not doing it. This nigga came out. I finna get another deck, because this is just the Uno deck, okay? Anyways, you guys, I fuck with y'all. Glad I was able to jump on out and quench a certain thirst inside. I appreciate y'all. Let me see who up in here. Oh, I can't even see like this. Let me see. I hope I don't fuck it up. Because I had my side. Okay. Bye, y'all. I fuck with you. And I'm, you know I love you. Bye.